Listen to your engine idling right now. Hear that metallic pinging sound. That is your engine slowly choking on carbon rock. Dealerships demand $1,500 to fix this problem. They want to tear your entire engine apart. They claim your valves are permanently destroyed. That is a calculated corporate lie. A $1 jug at your grocery store solves this completely. It violently shatters rock-hard carbon at the molecular level. It restores lost horsepower in 20 minutes. No walnut blasting equipment required. No engine teardowns necessary. No predatory mechanics allowed near your vehicle. This liquid causes a massive thermodynamic shockwave inside your cylinders. This is the mechanical secret they desperately want buried. The automotive repair industry is an absolute cartel. They design modern engines to fail on a precise schedule. They invented a technology called direct injection. You see it badged as GDI on your vehicle. Direct injection sprays fuel directly into the cylinder. It completely bypasses the intake valves. This was a deliberate engineering decision. Old engines used fuel to constantly wash the intake valves. Modern GDI engines completely starve those valves of fuel. Hot crankcase oil vapors slam into the dry valves instead. Extreme heat bakes that oil into solid carbon rock. This begins at 30,000 miles and becomes catastrophic at 60,000. Your fuel economy drops by 25%. Your car jerks and hesitates during acceleration. You drive to the dealership in total panic. They hand you a bill for $1,500. They charge $200 per HR for manual labor. They weaponize your fear to extract maximum money from you. They built a billion-dollar empire on dirty intake valves. A $1 grocery liquid completely destroys their entire profit model. They deleted this procedure from every service manual. Today we bankrupt their fraudulent service departments completely. This solution is a documented military fact. It comes directly from World War II, aviation engineering. In 1944, the United States military faced a catastrophic crisis. Fighter plane engines suffered extreme carbon buildup at high altitude. Mechanics could not tear down engines on the battlefield. Aviation engineers discovered the explosive mechanical power of pure water. They installed water injection systems into fighter plane engines. They injected fine water mist directly into blazing hot cylinders. The results shocked the entire military engineering command. Water violently shattered hardened carbon deposits immediately. Merlin engines and Spitfires and Mustangs ran clean for thousands of hours. The science of steam expansion was completely proven in combat conditions. But modern automotive executives panicked at this discovery. A free cleaning method directly threatened their service revenue model. So they buried this aviation history completely. They brainwashed drivers into fearing water near engines. They confused dangerous hydraulic lock with controlled steam cleaning. They traded proven military resilience for engineered corporate fragility. They forced you to pay $1,500 for a $1 military procedure. The aircraft engineers of 1944 would be absolutely disgusted. This channel is a rebellion against automotive corporate greed. We weaponize factual physics against predatory dealerships. Subscribe right now and do not scroll away. Next week, we expose the brake caliper replacement cartel. We reveal the $3 silicone paste that permanently stops seized brakes. Following that, we expose the $1 alcohol trick, fixing MAF sensors forever. Hit the like button and share this with every car owner you know. Stay right here because the tutorial is coming immediately. You must understand the exact physics of carbon formation. Your GDI engine is forced to inhale its own crankcase gases. The PCV valve recycles hot oily vapor back into the intake manifold. These oil droplets slam directly into your intake valves, constantly. Your valves operate at 500 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit continuously. Hot oil hits scorching metal and instantly polymerizes into carbon rock. Microscopic layers stack upon each other with every single engine cycle. The smooth precision, machined valve becomes a jagged black carbon sponge. This sponge absorbs your injected gasoline before combustion occurs. It chokes the vital airflow, entering the combustion chamber completely. Carbon deposits also build up on top of the piston crown. This physically shrinks the combustion chamber volume. It artificially raises the compression ratio beyond factory specification. High compression causes gasoline to detonate prematurely before ignition. Two violent pressure waves collide inside the cylinder simultaneously. That is the metallic pinging knock you hear from your engine. Sustained detonation shatters piston rings and cracks piston crowns. Mechanics plug in a scanner and blame oxygen sensors instead. They charge $800, replacing perfectly functional electronic components. They treat a physical carbon blockage as a catastrophic electrical failure. This is a profitable mechanical diagnostic lie. Your sensors are completely fine. You have a carbon rock blocking the intake valve throat. You need to shatter it at the molecular level today. The ultimate weapon is pure distilled water. Never use tap water or spring water. Minerals in tap water will deposit permanently inside your engine. Distilled water is completely mineral, free and evaporates without residue. It costs exactly $1 for a full gallon at any grocery store. When liquid water enters a running hot engine, physics takes control. Your combustion chamber exceeds 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit continuously. The water droplet enters this blazing thermodynamic inferno instantly. It undergoes violent phase change from liquid to superheated steam. Steam volume expands exactly 1,600 times its original liquid size. This expansion happens in a fraction of a millisecond. It creates a massive pressure shock wave inside the cylinder. This shock wave operates like a microscopic, high-pressure power washer. It shatters the molecular bonds, holding the carbon structure together. The hard carbon rock fractures into microscopic black dust instantly. Steam rips the carbon fragments off the metal valve, faces completely. Superheated steam and carbon exit violently through the exhaust valves. Black smoke pouring from your tailpipe is proof it is working. No toxic solvents are burning your internal seals. No petroleum chemicals are attacking your valve stem seals. The distilled water vaporizes completely and leaves zero residue. Your compression ratio returns to factory specification precisely. The knocking is permanently silenced. Fuel economy spikes back toward its original design numbers. You are executing the same procedure military aviation engineers used in 1944. The financial math of this scam is infuriating. A dealership walnut blasting service costs exactly $1,500. The carbon returns in 30,000 miles, and you pay again. Over 12 years, you surrender $6,000 to carbon cleaning alone. A gallon of distilled water costs $1. A short piece of vacuum hose costs $2. Total cost of this procedure is $3. Walnut blasting costs $1,500 and lasts 30,000 miles. The water steam method costs $1 and can be repeated every year. The cartel cannot fund corporate headquarters on a $1 grocery store fix. They require your complete mechanical ignorance to survive financially. Here is the exact step-by-step protocol. Step 1. Buy a gallon of distilled water from your grocery store. Confirm the label says distilled, not purified or spring. Step 2. Drive until the engine reaches full operating temperature. The coolant gauge must be fully stabilized at normal position. Step 3. Park in a well-ventilated outdoor area. Put on safety glasses and thick rubber gloves now. Step 4. Open the hood and locate the brake booster vacuum hose. This thick rubber hose connects the intake manifold to the brake booster. Step 5. Carefully disconnect the hose from the brake booster. You will hear aggressive hissing from the open vacuum port. This is completely normal and expected. Step 6. Pour 8 ounces of distilled water into a clean cup. Step 7. Keep the engine idling throughout the entire procedure. Lower the hose tip slowly toward the water surface. Do not submerge the hose into the water. Let vacuum pressure slurp only tiny individual droplets at a time. It should sound like a person slowly sipping through a straw. Feed the water very slowly, over exactly 5 full minutes. If the engine shakes violently, pull the hose back immediately. Step 8. Walk to the rear and observe the exhaust pipe. Dense white steam and black smoke confirm the carbon is shattering. Step 9. Reconnect the vacuum hose firmly to the brake booster. Step 10. Rev the engine firmly to 4,000 revolutions per minute for 30 seconds. This evacuates remaining steam and loose carbon fragments completely, Allow the engine to idle and stabilize for 2 full minutes. Take the vehicle for an aggressive test drive to complete the cycle. You will feel throttle response sharpen immediately and noticeably. You just executed a World War II military cleaning procedure for $1. This is a direct rebellion against engineered vehicle fragility. The fighter planes of 1944 survived on this exact thermodynamic science. The corporate cars of today fail over microscopic carbon dust on schedule. They engineered the problem and monopolized the solution. Their empire shatters completely against $1 of grocery store physics. Share this with every driver you know who hears that engine knock. Every view takes money directly from predatory service departments. Every subscription keeps this vault open and this knowledge free. In the next video, we completely dismantle the brake caliper replacement industry. We reveal the $3 silicone paste that stops seized calipers permanently. We show you exactly how the wrong grease destroys your brakes on schedule. Stay aggressive, stay informed, and never trust a sealed service manual.